Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to my October favorites video. Typically I do 2 months at a time for favorites, but if I did October and November together, then I would be doing December and January together, and I want the groupings to be within the same calendar year. So I'm going to do October here alone, and then I'll do November and December together. And then starting in the new year, my first favorites video will be January and February. So that's why we have an October sitting all on its own, which is kind of perfect because I am very, very heavily pregnant right now and my daughter is due this month, and so October holds so many favorites, including the birth of our firstborn child, so it's okay if it stands on its own. If you have not seen my previous favorites videos, I will link that playlist above. I have lots and lots of videos in that playlist, so you're welcome to go and check those out. I always go through the categories in the same order so that there's some semblance of organization, and then I always link everything that I'm able to link below in the more info bar, description box, whatever you want to call it. That's all linked below in case you want to go check it out. So starting with food and drink. In food and drink this month, I have been absolutely loving soup. We have made so much soup. It's kind of become a joke between me and my husband because we just are making soup like all the time. And he keeps joking that when our daughter arrives, you know, and grows up a little bit, that she's gonna just make fun of us and be like, all my parents ever did was talk about soup, because we've just been talking about soup all the time. So my two current favorite soup recipes are vegetable soup, which I believe I've done a video on this channel, so if I have, I'll link that above. And I'll also link the recipe below. And then chicken noodle soup, which I don't think I've done a video on, but I will link the recipe below. They are both like from scratch, delicious, amazing, amazing, amazing. I love eating soup during these fall months because it's light, you know, but it fills you up and it tastes good, and both of these have a lot of vegetables in them and things like that. So especially the vegetable soup, I love it. The other thing in my food and drink category is not quite so wholesome, but it is very delicious. This has been a favorite of mine this month. These are the Welch's mixed fruit snacks. I love these right now. I have really been going wild with these things. I just love them. I guess it's probably easier to hold it this way. But it's fruit snacks. If you know what fruit snacks are, I'm assuming probably everybody does. They come in little tiny packets and they have all like little fruit shapes and they're little gummies. The strawberry ones are my favorite, but we bought this box and I've had to like ration it out because I feel like I could eat the whole thing. Fruit has been my craving this entire pregnancy, and anything fruit related, fruit leather, fruit snacks, fruit anything. So those have been my jam lately. I've been loving those. Moving on to makeup and beauty, I have 3 products today that I'm going to share that I have shared before, but it's been a long time, and I think sometimes it's good to reshare old favorites just so that you know that's still what I'm using, it's still what I'm loving, that kind of thing. And so the first thing I'll share is this Rooted Beauty Sensitive Facial Cleanser with aloe and chamomile. I talked about this several months ago. This is what it looks like. I still absolutely love this stuff. It is extremely gentle. I feel like I've had a lot of hormonal acne throughout this pregnancy, and I feel like it does a great job of keeping that at bay as much as possible while keeping my skin really moisturized. It's not drying. I will link it below. I purchased it through Grove, which is, I've talked about it a lot. So Grove Collaborative, it's like an online marketplace for home goods, home products. And so I purchased it through Grove, but I'm sure you can purchase it other places. So I'll link it below if I can find it on Amazon in case you want to go check it out. But I just love it. It smells like chamomile and lavender. It's a very nice, soothing scent. It's really creamy. I just really like it. So that's the face wash I've been using for months and months now, and I still just love it. The other 2 things are things that I mentioned, I think in January of 2019, and I want to mention them again. They don't necessarily, they go together in my head, but they're two totally different products. And I just repurchased them. I've been using them both all year long, and I just ran out of both of them, and so I repurchased them. So the first one is the MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus. So here's what that looks like. There are a variety of different scents. I just like the original scent. It's kind of like an herbal smell, which I really like. Now this I use and I spray on my face as a primer before I put on my makeup. And then if I ever put on my makeup and I feel like it looks kind of cakey, or if I feel like it looks kind of powdery, this is great for that. It's sort of, it makes your skin look like skin again after you've put makeup on it. I just love it. It smells really nice. It has a light herbal smell, like I said. So I love this stuff. And it's lasted me nearly an entire year. I'll probably still get through until probably November with the one that I have now, but I wanted one on backup. So I just ordered that from Ulta a couple of days ago, and it just came in the mail, and I thought I would share it. The second one is the Urban Decay All Nighter Long Lasting Makeup Setting Spray. This is the best thing of my life. I totally love this product. It has like a little booklet. Here is what it looks like. Both of these products are like designer makeup brands, so they're relatively expensive, but to me they are worth every single cent. I think that Prep and Prime spray, not only does it help melt that makeup together and make your skin look like skin, but I feel like it's super nourishing on my skin before I put on makeup, and I feel like it holds my makeup so much better, and this makes my makeup last all day long. I absolutely love it. If there's one thing I cannot stand, it's when I put on my makeup in the morning and by the afternoon I'm going out or I'm doing something, or we are going out with friends, if it's the weekend or anything that I'm doing, and I feel like my eye makeup's running and my foundation's worn off and I just look like I have nothing on, and I took time in the morning to put makeup on. That it drives me nuts. This stops that completely. I can't explain to you how deeply I love this product. The other reason why I love it is that it doesn't break me out. I have tried many drugstore setting sprays that have worked quite well but have broken me out pretty badly. And this one doesn't break me out, so to me it's worth spending the extra bucks because I don't want to be breaking out. Anyway, Urban Decay All Nighter Spray, I love it. What I do is after I finish all of my makeup, I spray it and cover my face and then my neck a little bit, and I actually, it's like the goofiest ritual, but I take my bathroom door, I go stand in front of it, and I open and close the bathroom door so that it fans it dry, and it sort of just like keeps everything on my face. And I know that it works so well because at night when I go and take my makeup remover cloth, I mean, all of my makeup is coming off on that cloth. Whereas before I started using this, it would be like a little bit would come off because it had worn off throughout the day. So if you were someone who's tired of reapplying makeup, both of these products are great. This one I prefer. If I had to choose one, I would choose this one. I just think it works so well for me. Now, if you're not prone to breaking out, go to the drugstore and save yourself some money. But if you have more sensitive acne-prone skin, I'm obsessed with that Urban Decay All Nighter Spray. I just think it works so well. So those are my 3 favorites in makeup and beauty this month. Moving on to home decor and products. I have 3 really fun things that are all sort of different from one another that I want to share this month in home decor and products. The first thing is this vegetable chopper. We're going from makeup to a vegetable chopper. So what you do is you put, I don't know, half an onion or like pieces of carrot or whatever, and you push this down. Sorry, that was probably pretty loud. And the chopped bits go here into the bottom part, and then the back actually is open, so you can kind of dump it into your pot or whatever. With all of this soup that we have been making, this cuts down the prep time on making soup by probably 80%, no joke. It makes it so quick. I take my carrots, I always buy full size, no, not baby carrots, big long carrots, and I'll peel them and then stick them in here and chop them, and then we have perfect little carrot pieces. Same with the celery, same with the onion, same with whatever other vegetables I'm adding. It makes it so fast. And one thing I love about this is that it's really easy to clean up. You just pull this purple thing out, and so it dislodges any food that has gotten stuck into this little grid up here. And it's really easy. You just put it back in. And then down, I didn't snap it back in, but it is really easy. And then down here where the blade is, we just gave it a quick rinse and it like easily comes off. This whole white top part comes apart from this bottom part. There's a grippy on the bottom. This is that OXO brand that is, I really like it. We have a lot of items in our kitchen that are the same brand. So I will link this below if you're interested. But if you do a lot of chopping, if you make a lot of salads with chopped vegetables or chop up fruit for kids and you like it to be in little pieces, or for soups or anything like that, I highly recommend this. I think it was in the $15 to $20 range, and we have used it over and over and over again. It was such a good investment. We absolutely love it. So I highly recommend this little kitchen gadget, and I like it because it's, you can do the same thing with like a food processor or something like this, but I love this because it's real small and easy to store. You don't have to plug it in or anything like that, and it's extremely easy to clean. You pull it all apart and throw it in the dishwasher and you're done. So I like anything like that makes it super easy. The next thing that I want to share in my home decor and products section is our Nespresso machine. We got a Nespresso machine for our kitchen, and I will pop in some footage. I went a little wild and I straight up set up a coffee house. So we have an Arancino, which makes frothed milk, and we have syrups, and we have drizzles and all these things. And Riley and I have been talking about getting a Nespresso machine for probably years, 2 or 3 years. We've always sort of wanted one because we both really love espresso drinks and this and that. And we just never could justify it. We didn't need it, this and that. Well, we decided that we wanted to buy ourselves something as like a new parent gift to ourselves. I know some families, the dad will buy the mom like a push present or something like this. So this is kind of like our new mom and new dad gift to ourselves that we wanted to get. So we went ahead and we got a variety of different types of espresso, and we bought the machine and then got some of those different syrups and things. And we have had the best time. Yesterday I made a vanilla latte that was so delicious. And this morning I made a Starbucks copycat iced caramel macchiato that was equally amazing. That's my very favorite, absolute very favorite go-to Starbucks drink. One thing I love is that they have decaf espresso, and it tastes really good and it has a really full-bodied flavor, but there's only 2 milligrams of caffeine in the decaf capsules, so it really is almost 100% decaf, which is pretty amazing. And so I'm able to drink that right now, and I'll be able to drink that probably into postpartum. So we have just loved it. We have made mochas, we have made all kinds of different iced things. Riley's made like copycat, cold brew with like this sweet foam. We have been obsessed with this product. There are 2 different types of Nespresso machines from my understanding. There's the original machine, and then we got one that's like the Vertuo line or something like that. I will link the one that we have below. From what I understand, the other one is amazing as well. There are some differences between the 2 of them, so you can look into that if you are interested and want to find out more information. We've only had ours for a few weeks, so I can't give this a like huge comprehensive review over time, but I will say that neither of us, we are big coffee people, and even being pregnant, I go to Starbucks quite a lot and get a decaf latte, macchiato, whatever I'm craving that day. Neither of my husband nor I have been to Starbucks at all, or any coffee shop since we got this machine, because the drinks are so good. They taste so good. And so anyway, we have just loved it. So maybe something to put on your Christmas list, or if you're a couple and you are thinking of going, and getting, like Riley and I, a lot of times for Christmas, we'll just decide on one big thing and we'll buy it for the both of us sort of thing. And so like this would be a great thing, or I don't know. If you're a coffee person, it's really good. It is 80,000 times better than our Keurig. Our Keurig is getting the boot. So I think Riley's going to take it up to work because their Keurig up there just broke. So it's actually perfect. But he's like, now I don't want to use it. I just want to come home and get the espresso because it's so much better. So it's great. We love it. The final thing in the home decor and products section for this month is this Hallmark card box. I don't know how else to describe it. Let me show you the inside. It will make a little bit more sense. Do you see? So there are all these different tabs of different types of cards. My phone's falling off my lap. We're falling apart here. All these different types of cards, and then it comes stocked with the cards already in there. I'm sorry if that was pretty horrible footage. It's a little difficult to hold it up because I can't really see what you're seeing. But like, so in the birthday section, there are like really cute birthday cards, like really cute ones, not like cheap tacky looking ones. Like, that's a cute card. Like, I would go and buy that. And as you know, if you buy cards regularly, they are extremely expensive unless you go to the dollar section or the dollar store. And those cards, which I buy a lot, they're just not as cute as these. Like, these are actually really nice, cute cards. Like, this is like a 3D card. So anyway, so there's a birthday section, baby section, there's a blank, a wedding section, anniversary, thank you, congratulations, care, concern, and sympathy. So I came home from running errands one day, and this was sitting on my desk, and I asked Riley, I said, what is that? And he said, I got you this kind of card box. I thought it would be nice to have, especially with a baby on the way, because he knows it's really important to me to send birthday cards to friends and family if I can remember to. I have everybody's birthdays on my calendar, and I really try to make an effort to send those to people. And anyway, so with that, I run out to the grocery store all the time, or run out to the dollar store or whatever to grab cards for people. Well, obviously with a newborn on the way, a baby on the way, that kind of running out quickly and just jumping in and grabbing something might be slightly slowed down, or like tremendously slowed down. So this is awesome. I have used it. I've had it for, I think he gave it to me right toward the beginning of October, and I've used it I think 4 or 5 times already, because there's just always someone's birthday coming up, or my sweet friend lost her grandmother, and so I was able to grab a card that was a sympathy card and send that to her, or you know, just different things like that. I just have loved using it. He got it off of Amazon. He said it was 20 bucks. I think it might have been on a daily deal, but I will find it and link it below. The reality is that cards are typically about $4.99 each. If you go to a grocery store, like they're $3.99 to $6.99 each, so they're about $5. So if you're spending $20 and you're getting all of those cards, it's such a great savings. Plus, I have loved having them just sitting here and ready to go when I look at my calendar and I see someone's birthday is on Friday. It's a Monday. I can write them a card and send it to them, and it's getting to them on their birthday. And these cards are really beautiful. So that has been a fun thing that I told him. I'm like, I don't know if you can buy refill packs for it or if you have to buy a whole nother box, but either way, I'm going to keep up with having one of these because it's just been fantastic. I don't know why I didn't look into, I don't even think I knew something like that existed ahead of time. And I think, you know, when I do make it a trip to the dollar store, or I do go to the dollar section of cards at the grocery store or Walmart or Target or whatever, if there are some cute ones, I feel like I have a place to store them. I never stocked up on cards because I thought I would forget about them. But now I'm like, well, I could buy, if there's some cute birthday cards, some cute, you know, whatever type of cards, I can buy them, and I have a place to have them organized and stored for when I need them. So loving that. Moving on to entertainment, no big surprise that it is birth related. This is a book that has been recommended to me by every single person in my life and every person online. It's called Ina May's Guide to Childbirth, and it is a compilation of birth stories in the beginning, and then in the end it's more information about birth, and it's just really, really interesting, and I have loved it. My sister was like, if you don't read anything else, read this. And then one of my good friends said the exact same thing, and then someone else said it, and so I ordered it off Amazon, and I've been reading through it, and it really is great. I think it's really helpful, at least for me and my personality, to hear a lot of birth stories and to have a lot of information going into something that is so new and different, because I really like to have all the information that I can have about something. I like being able to make educated decisions. I like being able to sort of premeditate or like pre-decide if something goes like this, here's how I want to handle it, that kind of thing. And I feel like books like this are great for that because it's information that's presented in a really clear way. That's why I've also really enjoyed listening to like birth podcasts and things like that, because it's a similar situation where I'm getting to learn from other people's experiences and stories and process through those and kind of apply those to my own pregnancy and my future, you know, birth. So Anyway, really have been enjoying that book. I will link it below if you are interested. The last thing so that's the only thing I have in entertainment this month. The next category is clothing and accessories, and I'm going to share this nursing bra that I bought. It was a set of 4 from Amazon. It was very affordable. I think it was about 20 bucks or something like that. It's just like a black nursing bra. What makes it a nursing bra is you can unclip it so that your baby will have access to the breast. But I purchased these in anticipation of, breastfeeding. That's one thing my sister said to me about a month ago. She said, one thing that I did not do that I would really suggest you do is prepare for breastfeeding. She said, if you're planning to breastfeed, which she knows that I am, buy some nursing tops, some nursing bras, and have some nursing related supplies on hand, because apparently since she was focused on her birth and so that she didn't do a whole lot of that, and then was like Amazon priming all night for the first couple of weeks trying to get all the different things that she needed. So I definitely took her advice and I ordered a 4-pack of these, and then I ordered some nursing sleep bras that are a little bit less structured. So these do have pads and then they're removable, but this is an extremely comfortable bra, like extremely comfortable. And it gives your breast some shape. It's not, you can imagine, but it's great. Very, very comfortable. So if you are on the lookout for something like this, whether you're pregnant or if you're nursing yourself and you have had a hard time, I know they can be really hit or miss ordering like something like that off of Amazon, but it was a very affordable price for getting 4 of them in a pack. So I'll link the ones that I got below, but I've been wearing these bras all the time. Like I just find them so, so comfortable. They're like stretchy, but they feel supportive, and there's like no chafing or anything weird like that. I just really like them. All right, moving on to the final section, which is my price list category. Oh, so many good things to share in the price list category. The first thing is that, and this actually happened like the very last day of September, and so I had already filmed my favorites video, I think, and so I didn't mention it, but I wanted to mention it in this video even though it happened in September, and that is I had a gorgeous baby shower thrown for me here by my Texas friends, and it was just so beautiful. I shared pictures on Instagram. The theme was sweet as a peach, and so everything was kind of like markety with like crates and peaches everywhere and peach color. It was like so beautiful. I absolutely loved it. And it was so special to me because when we first got married and moved here and we would talk about having babies, I remember saying to Riley, I just feel like I would be completely flying solo if I got pregnant. I feel like I would not have a community. I would not know who to call. I wouldn't have girlfriends to turn to. And that really scares me because motherhood, I know from what I've heard, can be isolating in and of itself. And then to also not have friends and not have a community really freaked me out. So sitting at that baby shower here in Texas, in this small town, after being here for about 4.5 years now, and looking around the room, and there were like 25 to 30 women in that room, people who I have met through a variety of different means. I mean, friends that I've met here through Instagram that happen to live in town, people who I have met through church, people who I've met through community events and things like that, people who I've met through other people, some of Riley's friends' wives I've become friends with and they were attending. I mean, it was just amazing to see the way that this community has slowly been built. It was sitting there, and just talking with people and mingling and all of that. I was so overwhelmed with gratitude and just, I'm gonna cry, and just so overwhelmed by God's faithfulness to me. Because if you've been following my channel, then you know that there were some hard times. There were some months there a couple of years ago where I just felt 100% alone. And I felt like I didn't know who to call, and I just felt just alone. I just felt like I had no support system or community, and it was excruciatingly painful because I had come from when we got married, I moved from Austin, Texas, and in Austin, I had this amazing support network and this huge community of friends that felt like family. It was like so awesome. And then I moved up here and it just felt so, so different. And so sitting there in that room, it was beautiful and wonderful to have this amazing shower and celebrate our little girl and open up little baby dresses and all these precious gifts. But more than that, it was this picture of God's sovereignty and faithfulness in my life. Talking about anything emotional right now is impossible. It was just amazing. It was amazing. I was so grateful for that moment. It will be etched in my heart and in my faith journey forever, because it was the manifestation of hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands of prayers. So really, really cool. Beautiful shower, beautiful day, beautiful picture of Jesus showing up in my life. And it took time. Like my timeline was I moved here in July of 2015 and I wanted to have this amazing community by the end of that year. And it took a lot longer than that. It took years. But to sit and look and see these amazing, beautiful women in this room who have been so supportive to me, and to have a community and to know that I have people to call, I don't even have any words. Like I'm just so grateful for that, because it has been a journey to get here. So, okay, moving on. That should have been the last thing instead of the first thing. Oh, golly. The other two things in Priceless are a lot less heavy. The second one is that we bought firewood, which is not priceless. I didn't know where else to put it. But firewood, when we get our firewood restocked, there's this awesome company in town that cuts down trees that are dead, that are going to like fall on people's houses and ruin their homes. They cut the trees down for free, and then and so the owner doesn't have to pay for it, but then in turn, they get to keep that wood and they sell it as firewood. So it's like really good firewood because it's super dried out and like ready to go because it's from a dead tree. So anyway, we had them deliver a bunch of firewood to us. And when I look in our backyard and see firewood, to me, it means the holiday season is upon us. And I love the holiday season. And so does Riley. So we had our first fire the other night and it was so special. And then we have, more coming for sure as the weather continues to fluctuate and slowly get cooler. So that's just a really exciting thing, because firewood costs money, of course. But the kind of symbolism of that is like, it's the end of the year, our baby's coming, Thanksgiving's coming, Christmas is coming. The best time of the year. I love the holiday season. And the last thing in Priceless is that I have been nesting, hardcore nesting, with pregnancy, just cleaning and organizing and just like getting everything in order. And I want everything to be neat and clean. And it's been really funny to kind of like pull back from a 30,000 foot view and watch myself, because I'm like incessant about it. Like every day, like this morning I got up and I was like washing things and doing laundry. I'm just like constantly nesting. And it's just been really funny, because I can think like, oh man, I am definitely in late pregnancy. So those are my October favorites. Was not expecting, I don't know why I wasn't expecting, I should have been, to get all kinds of emotional, but thank you so much for following along. I would love to hear what your October favorites have been this month. And of course, I'm filming this before our baby arrives. I am just about 40 weeks pregnant at the time of filming. So of course she will be the ultimate favorite of our month and year and lifetime, but she's not here quite yet. So even though she's a favorite, that's why I'm not including her quite yet, because I'm still pregnant. So I should say one of my other Priceless favorites is that I've had a healthy pregnancy and I have carried her full term. And I know that is a blessing, like a huge blessing, a huge gift. So I'm really thankful for that. So there's my final Priceless. Anyway, leave a comment below with what you have been loving in the month of October. Is it finally getting cool where you are? Because here It has taken a long time to cool off, and we are just ready for the fall weather. So leave a comment below. I will see you guys around. Make sure to follow me on Instagram for updates when the baby arrives. That's the first place I will post. Other than that, I'll see you guys next time. Thanks so much for watching. I'm sorry I'm such an emotional mess. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.